All right, it's 6:30, November 13th. This is the Recreations and Parks Committee. In attendance, we have Councilperson McNamara, Councilperson Martin, and myself, Councilperson Camera. Pretty light agenda tonight, fortunately. Really two things I want to talk about. First was the pool closing policy. I did get things from both of you. I printed up Northland's pool closing policy. And then there's a very short one for Highlands. I didn't see anything for Dublin. I didn't see anything for Columbus City Schools. Columbus.
This is really good. I like it.
So I think let's just review them. This one really just says if weather closes it, you don't get a refund. So.
I mean, yeah, that'd be one of those act of God kind of things
Right.
that we can't control. So yeah.
Yep. So let's review this one. All right, so temperature. The pool will open if the air temperature is 65 degrees or warmer.
I like it.
Okay.
If the air temperature is too low to open, the pool will not open or will close if the temperature drops while we are open. While we are open, we will close. That sentence sounds terrible. It can be rewritten.
Poorly written, but yeah.
So basically, I think it's saying if it drops below 65, that they'll close the pool
I like it.
early. Based on the forecast and condition, the GM will make a decision if the pool will or will not reopen the same day. I can't think temperature-wise of any instances where it would come back up if it's dropped.
Not within the course of a day.
Yeah, usually it's done. Inclement weather, we pretty much have this one already, but if thunder is heard or lightning is witnessed, the pool will clear for 30 minutes and will extend 30 minutes for each sound of thunder or light or sight of lightning. When the pool is cleared of all patrons are asked to go to the patio, their car, or the restrooms. The manager on duty or GM will make determination of the pool will reopen if delays continue to extend. Another poorly worded sentence. If the pool is cleared due to inclement weather at or after 6 p.m., the pool will close for the rest of the day. So our pool normally closes at 8. I don't think it's unrealistic if we close at 6. I mean, if we close it because of weather at 6, we just close it.
That sounds fair.
Yeah.
That's something that, was that with Northland already, or was that from the one that I sent?
That was Northland already.
Okay, yeah, it must be more common than I thought, because
Yeah.
the pool I grew up at was something similar.
Yeah,
So good.
I think the inclement weather part is pretty common among schools.
Makes sense.
So here's one. If there are less than 10 members and/or guests for 1 hour, the pool will close. If the pool closes, gate fee payers may be provided a rain check for a return. If the closure due to the number occurs after 5, no rain check will be provided.
Off the top of my head, I don't love that.
Okay?
Just, I need a moment to articulate that
Okay.
professionally, but as of now, I don't like the vibe of it.
Okay.
Can I read that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a good way of like saving money.
Right. Because we are paying guards to be there.
Being the fact we're a little bit smaller, we could say something like 5.
Yeah, maybe 5 instead of 10, just,
Because 10, yeah, for a runner pool,
Yeah.
like 5 seems more realistic. I would do that.
Okay.
could we amend that? Yeah, I'd feel more comfortable with that if it was gonna be 5.
Being since we're such a small neighborhood, I would change 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Just because like if somebody comes in at 4 o'clock, like we can give them, we're not that, I mean, we're pretty cool.
That I feel better about.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we can still reopen based on the manager on duty or GM can decide to reopen.
Fair.
So, other items of interest. Hours are subject to change due to various causes and needs, up to including staff shortages, chemical imbalances, mechanical failures, or other as determined by the manager. I mean, I don't know that we've ever closed because of staff shortages. But I think we have once or twice for chemical, or at least delayed the opening.
Yeah.
And I know we have for mechanical failures. We're
Yeah,
not
we had a
allowed, if
water
the pumps
break.
aren't operating, we're not allowed to be open because of the health department.
I don't remember any staff issues, but the other ones I definitely remember.
Yeah, John's pretty good with that. The pool staff will do their best to share closure notices as soon as possible as these are shared. And we don't have a website. I am hoping, I have asked and am encouraging our office staff to start a separate Facebook page for the pool. Partially because a lot of our members are not part of our community. And to say, hey, join the Minerva Park or the Village of Minerva Park's Facebook page just so you can see pool updates. They don't want to see all that extra stuff, so.
Memberships who have, or people who are members, we have their email address.
Yeah, and we can, and that's another thing we
Yeah,
can
like
do
a
is send
text
them.
push or email push, yeah.
Yeah, we have that MailChimp software, so we can always push out a email, yeah, saying, hey, the
Sorry,
pool's
the pump
closed
just
today.
blow something, or, yeah.
Yep, so, but no website, but we can strive for the other
I
two.
just want to point out that I definitely think we should keep the staff just in the rare occurrence.
Oh, I'm not saying take it out, yeah,
Because we never know.
yeah, no, we don't. Let's just look at this one. Okay, so Highlands has a capacity closure. So in days in which we experience larger than normal crowds, daily admission sales may be suspended, giving priority access to our season pass holders and pre-purchase daily admission.
I would say that's fair.
Okay,
Yeah, basically, if you're a member, you get, I don't know what the word is, priority
Priority.
over a past visitor. In the sense of, because I do know, like, our biggest days are gonna be 4th of July weekend, typically the hottest
Right.
3-day weekends that we, in Minerva Park, in history that I've seen it.
admission will be suspended if our facility reaches full capacity. So one of them closes off daily admissions, the other one suspends everything.
I think that we can't deny a member.
Yeah, I don't know that we are not to that
Never,
point where we
yeah.
need
Yeah.
this, but I think it's something to keep kind of in the back burner.
I would
for the
say,
future.
keep the part where, if the pool ever becomes to the point of beyond occupancy, at which point we would have to turn down maybe like that wording, I don't know.
Yeah. Here, they offer, which I'm hoping we can do too, I gotta get that demo set up with that other software company to see if that will work, but they sell daily admissions 3 days in advance on their website, which would be nice.
That would be nice.
Anything that we can do to speed up, the front desk, I think will
Yeah.
be helpful. So, and then the rest of it, inclement weather, they're gonna gather their belongings, either leave the facility or wait in an approved area. The pool reopened 3 minutes after the last lightning, that's the same as the other, so.
To say 3 minutes or 30
30,
minutes?
sorry,
Cool,
30
cool.
minutes. And then this also says there's no refunds for inclement weather. Whereas we currently offer it if it happens within 2 hours of them entering the pool.
I just thought of something. I was literally just thinking all the reasons why the pool has ever closed in the past. And one time, a resident on the high dive, the diving board fell on him. And ambulance cam picked him up. John saved him. It was his best friend, Joey. But after that, I think that they did close the pool because they had to clean up the mess and stuff like that. That would probably fall under mechanical failure or something like.
I would say or medical emergency, something like
Yeah,
that.
Or
like
that could
yeah.
also be chemical imbalances if
Yeah.
if you're trying to get blood and stuff out of the pool.
Yeah.
So, it does say as determined by the
That's fine.
manager,
Yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah.
well, that's kind of our catch-all there. Okay, is there anything missing on here that you guys can think of?
My top 3 from past experience would be weather primarily, malfunctions.
Right?
I've never seen it being so crowded we had to turn down people.
I haven't either.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I think that's very reasonable, and we covered even things that are even outside our scope of reasonable.
Okay.
Not to say that there's something next week we'll think of, but
Okay, cool. I'll get these written up. I'll run them by John, just to make sure. I'll see if Jesse wants to take a look at them as well, make sure we're not missing anything.
okay.
But we'll make those recommendations, then we can post those as well. So, you're taking out the, you don't like the.
Well, I was looking for I was trying to make a cherry lemonade. That's one of my favorite ones to do.
Okay, so that was honestly the biggest thing tonight. The other thing, that I want us to have a discussion around is, the birthday parties. So we did lower the fee to, I think it was $115, I think is what we ended up passing. Partially because
You want to take?
we didn't sell any of those last year. Part of that could have been that, you know, for $80 you could have bought a 10-pack and the kids could have been there all day as opposed to just the 2 hours.
One thing about that birthday party that I kind of overheard someone say, you don't get like a party of like 10 kids,
Yes.
and let's say 10 kids have 2 parent seats, that's 20 extra adults. Like, are we letting them, I mean, obviously, they're minor kids, like,
If they're not swimming, they're allowed in.
Yeah.
Without paying usually. But,
like, I didn't know if we, like, well, listen, this is part of the package, the adults get in, but how do we know if they're gonna be honor system of actually swimming, you know? Like, we're just sneak in the bathing suit, and they're like 3 years old, and you gotta like hold them around the pool, is that?
Yeah.
Like that slide? 'Cause I
Yeah.
feel like,
one of the things we did last year, was part of it was we had wristbands that we were gonna give them.
For the birthday stuff.
Yeah,
that'd be
so we would know who they are.
that's smart. Resident or not, or member or not, because this way it keeps. I'm trying to think of like, because when you go to like a Chuck E. Cheese, obviously the kids are allowed to play, but they don't count the adults. You get a certain amount of food packages.
Right.
So like in this case, maybe like 10 bags of candy per 10 kids. Maybe pizzas, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of like a surefire way to pitch for little kids, and keep the adults being allowed to go.
I think we can,
We can say, on these birthday parties, children are allowed to swim, adults, unless really need to be accompanied by an adult, because it may be a medical, or a child's too young to swim. In that case, we'd allow it. But that way they feel like they're welcome to come and not like fretting about, can I swim, should I bring, you know, this and that. Because that was something that was brought up about the pool party when a friend of mine was trying to get the pool thing.
yeah, okay. So not enough for it? So maybe we need to say each additional guest is a certain amount?
No, I mean, I think the pricing is good. It's just, if the people knew, like, the parents could know, hey, I am allowed to go with my kid being there. I can't swim unless I pay, say, an additional amount. But that I am, like, me and the wife can come.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, something like that. So, and you get a wristband, maybe like a yellow or no swimmers, a birthday party, and a green means swimmers, something like that, perhaps. 2
Okay.
color codes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's
it wouldn't hurt, I guess.
Is that too much thinking into it?
I hadn't thought about it that way, honestly, but that seems reasonable if that's the direction we want to go.
And let me give you a small example of why this even came up. So a friend of mine wanted to have a party of 10 kids at the pool for an hour.
Yeah.
But then the parents were all like kind of worried and freaking out, like, are we allowed to go? Do we just drop the kids off? Like, well, my kid is, you know, some kids were like 6 years old and couldn't swim and they wanted to be in the pool with them. The other kid was like 8 or 9. Hey, he's fine, we don't care. Is that, you know, like,
Okay.
nobody said the rules on, so people were kind of confused and that deterred them from coming to get the party, or coming to the party, I guess.
So what I'm hearing is we need to define the rules a little clearer and make sure that those are posted so that people understand that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think we can
Because
do
like if
that.
they're 13 or 14, really the parents could just drop their kids off, you don't need to be there. But some obviously might want to stay, hobnob with the birthday parents for a little bit. Again, they would have a red swimming, or red band means no swim, but I'm part of a birthday, I don't know. Or yellow means that or something.
Okay. I think that's doable. So it's basically 10 kids, 2 adults right now. They would get ice cream and water. And then we said like tablecloths, like we can go to Dollar Store
Yeah,
and buy a bunch of tablecloths.
So that's
and
12
whatnot.
bottles of water and say 1 gallon of ice cream, if you think about it. Because that would 1 gallon or 1 scoop for.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the stuff that we sell at as long as it's not the premium. ice cream. I think we're okay with any of them.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking of it like a value package.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, even if you, okay, so we're at 115, you get the bottle of water, you get the ice cream, nothing else? Like maybe chips? Like each, okay, with that, like say, oh, 115 is a basic package. You guys want lunch? We'll give you a hamburger or a hot dog or something like that for an extra 20, like 30, I don't know, whatever that comes down to be a smart amount of money, whatever, $50 or
Right.
something, you get chips and a drink with that. Like not just water, like a soda, a 20-ounce soda and a bag of chips and a pretzel. Like packages, that would incentivize them to bump it up maybe. Okay, so grab bags, right? When you go to a party, you get grab bags. Well, we already have the candy there. Say grab bags included in that little, so it doesn't cost us anything to put 3 pieces of candy in a grab. I don't know. You know, how do we? That's
Okay.
I know that's kind of got away.
No,
from
I like that. I like that. I mean,
Yeah,
that's-
no, I think that's
that's good.
definitely something that we can do some add-ons for sure.
I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, this candy costs, quarter of a cent per bag to make. I mean, we can.
But we're like, yeah, and exactly like in a bag of chips is like 30 cents. I don't know what it costs.
The only thing would be, the food, because we can't cook food there.
That's what I was wondering, how we could.
Yeah, it would either have to be,
I thought of it.
go ahead.
We get one of our lifeguards something to go get Little Caesar's pizza for $5.
Right.
A $5. We know that price of that pizza is $5 plus tax. Okay, that pizza, one pizza. Now you think about this: a Chuck E. Cheese was $240, and you got 2 pizzas for whatever the kids. I gotta go back to Chuck E. Cheese and look at that because we were just there like last year for that.
Right. But they get
And-
some tokens or something to play games, right?
You get to play the games that we have for free. You get a section of the pool to hang out. That's always a cool thing. Like a table, because people like tables in
Yeah.
like an area. They want to feel, hey, this is my party area. I don't know.
Well, I was kind of thinking maybe we can put like signs on the picnic tables
Boom.
that say these are reserved
Reserved,
for
yep.
birthday parties,
Yeah.
see the front desk or scan
Yeah.
this QR code to,
Yep, QR code with little. That's brilliant.
I like it.
because I think that's the other thing, they want to make sure they have a place to have the birthday party. And we have 2 or 3 picnic tables over there.
Okay, this sounds kind of. This sounds like.
Keep it coming. You got some good stuff.
Okay, even though you could just as easily order the pizza, but it's so much cooler that, boom, we provide that for you. We're already thinking ahead. We're gonna have that ready for you at this time. Like, and we have to obviously be profitable to send somebody out there to pick it up because this is a convenience charge, so to speak. But maybe they don't like Little Caesar's pizza.
I mean,
Maybe
Donato's
Yeah,
is
maybe
right
it's like
around the corner.
Donato's.
Okay,
And their pizzas aren't that
it's
expensive.
$15 as opposed to $5.
Yeah.
So maybe now.
Where's the closest Little Caesars? I don't even know.
Oh, I thought it was.
There's a
Columbus
Pizza
Square.
Pizza Hut up on Route 3 too.
Columbus Square right next to Waterbed and stuff.
It's Columbus Square?
Yeah. Marco's. I think we could work out a deal with Marco's Pizza. I know we can with the manager, and I can do my talking to, and get out like a little deal worked out. Hey, we're the Myrtle Park swimming pool, because you get huge coupons if you're part of the reward stuff anyways.
I mean, yeah, they were sending out big coupon stuff.
Marco's got good pizza, and they got the big larges. Like, let's just say we got the pizza for $10, but you charge them $25, and they'll even deliver it for us that way.
Yeah. I think we'd have to have it delivered,
Yes, we
Yeah.
would.
because we can't rely on our cards to
Yeah, we
go
don't have
to-
enough lifeguards to spare
Yeah.
in some cases.
But like I said, we can work with the managers and try to get that package deal. Maybe they could even provide something, and maybe it's like this awesome everything you think of package. It's like $100 more, but it only costs us whatever it might cost. I don't know.
Okay. So do you want to go talk to the local Marcos?
I could talk to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, which pizza doesn't really matter so much as much as that we can get it included. You know what I mean?
Deliverable, Little Caesars doesn't deliver, but you're right. If we had Marcos that's close by or Donato's that would deliver it and be willing to work with like a municipality to help
Right,
It may be like, hey, we'll get this pizza, and then like, they give you like, say, 10 coupons so the kids get to take home free garlic bread their parents will order. That way it's a win-win situation that keeps giving. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that being mutually beneficial for sure.
okay. Yeah, I think we have to keep it simple though,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So,
Maybe
I think-
2 tiers, not 3 tiers. I was thinking 3 tiers, but maybe 2 is better. Like the basic and then the creme de la creme in the park
well,
package.
I can figure out how to do like that little add-on stuff and say, oh, the ad,
Or that.
you know. So what I would need to know is the size of the pizza and then what, honestly, with most kids, I think you gotta
Half
keep
cheese
it
and
simple,
half
right? You gotta keep it to like cheese and
Yeah,
pepperoni.
cheese,
Yeah.
pepperoni, yeah.
So maybe
These kids don't love
cheese,
their mushrooms and olives.
right,
They
maybe
don't.
cheese,
Not what-
pepperoni, and maybe a third option, and maybe like a meat or something, I don't know.
Cheesy bread. Kids like cheesy bread.
I like cheesy bread.
You know, a lot of kids have allergies these days too, so I was just thinking of that. Like, I don't know what, I mean, I guess it specifies they're gluten friendly or whatnot.
Right,
I mean, at some point, I'm not sure we can really work that in all that
yeah,
easily.
I think we gotta start basic
Yeah,
and go from there, so.
Yeah, I mean, if the parents need to know their kids' food, I hate to say.
So I think we
Well,
need
we
to
can ask
know,
that when we're-
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't,
so I think let's stick to some pizzas for now. Let's just stick to pizzas.
Okay.
Maybe up to 3 choices, so we would need the size, the choices, and the price, including delivery.
Like you said, we'll keep it sweet. Your choices are pepperoni and cheese. We don't even give them, we can do half cheese, half pep, but you just let us know before so that way we can make an arrangements.
Yeah, that'd
Nothing
be
else,
fine.
no weird crap.
Okay,
the weird crap.
Well, no olives, like you said. Well, I'm not saying,
I know.
like, that way it keeps it short, sweet. And like, say, 2 kinds of pop, you get either Pepsi or Sprite. I don't know, that way you're not,
well, we have the water in there, let's just stick, let's
Okay.
not
All right,
worry
all right.
with them.
right,
Because I think the other thing to think about is that they'd be paying for this through our site, and then we in turn as the village have to make a payment to Marco's
yeah.
to pay it. So we need to keep it as simple as possible for our financial people. So I think if they know,
And keep everything in-house as much as possible, meaning
Right.
whatever we sell at that,
yeah,
our store.
exactly,
is
we
what
don't wanna
Yeah,
lose
right,
our own money, so.
right, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But maybe the pizza might be the only thing we offer.
Fortunately, we have a lot more time on this birthday party stuff, because this is a
Yeah.
summer thing, so. So we have some time to work on this, but,
I love the idea of a basic and an add-on.
Yeah.
One, that's really,
yeah.
I do like that
We
a lot.
basically can make this is the base fee, and then you can decide, pick your add-ons. You know, if you want balloons, you know, whatever, if you want, I don't know.
Pizza, pop, what have you, yeah.
Right.
But I
Chips,
think you're
I mean-
right in the sense that as much as we can keep in-house,
Mm-hmm.
the less someone has to go buy this stuff at the store and then stock it or not
Right.
stock it or
Right. And we need to use our concession stand and,
as much as we can.
yeah, okay, cool. All right, so that was the second big thing. The last thing, just informational wise, I did get a quote for 50 more chairs. I think it was for 50. And I've submitted that to Jeff to see if we can get that in the budget for next year. With those chairs, let me find it real quick. It was from Leah. I already can't find it. All right, anyways, I asked for 5 of them to be a taller chair for guests that have some disabilities that they can't get that low.
Mobility issues. yeah.
So they included in that a price for 5 20-inch tall chairs. Currently, we have 14-inch. So that's an additional 6 inches, which should be really nice. That's the tallest they had for that.
Sure.
So anyways, I don't know, Jeff is trying to look at money and see what's there and what's available and what we can do. But that would give us 120, 130-ish
Of the new
lounge
version.
chairs
Nice.
altogether, which is a pretty good number. We figured when we counted up the older ones before we started ordering, we were just over 200 of those, so we're pretty much getting into that. And of course, lounge chairs were one of the line items for the quote for the new pool. So that would be something that would come out of that quote, because we already have the chairs. We don't need to buy new ones if we get a new pool.
I have a feeling that this year it's gonna be busy, because people have been talking about last year, how nice that was.
Yep.
And then if we're doing payment plans and
Yep.
people can afford to come in here, I'm talking, grab the whole neighborhood like it used to be, back at the pool.
Right.
That's what I like to see.
Actually, that reminds me of something else. What do you guys think about I know your opinion. What do you think about trying to revive the 4th of July parade?
When did they stop doing it?
I don't know.
Grandpa used to be the one who led that, him and Mr. Fisher, and a couple other old timers on that side of the lake. And they would make their own floats and everything.
I heard it used to be like competition between streets and blocks and whatnot. And then was the corn roast or something like that afterwards?
Fisher did, yep. Corn roast was basically July 4th.
Right.
Because we had people there anyways. So for $1 each, you go out in the country, you buy all this corn or whatever. Mr. Fisher knew a farmer, Mr. Fisher knew his farmer or something, or somebody did. And he'll come back with all these corns and then have one of those big barrel barbecue things going on. You just corn all day, $1 or whatever. Maybe nowadays, whatever, $2 a piece of corn. I don't know. It was called the corn roast. That was the 4th of July festival. They did have other things like hamburgers and hot dogs, and you would buy it from them. Like like say I think it might have been everything you get, like the package of food. I think back then it might have been $5. You got a hot dog or a hamburger, you got a thing of corn and something to drink. Nowadays maybe it's $10 or more, but you went there to have a meal and you partied at the pool for 4th of July and everybody came.
Could they see fireworks from there?
No. This is early in the day. This wasn't like a nighttime thing or anything like that. People would probably go to the West Pool.
Right.
Just like they kind of do now.
Right.
See, I had heard when I first got on council back in 20, I heard people talking, we used to do a 4th of July parade. And, then immediately COVID happened. So yeah, that'd be cool. There's no reason we couldn't try to, make that happen again.
What day is the 4th of July?
Escorted by Mineral Park Police, of course, our nicest
Thursday this year.
police cars.
Right.
Because that's what they would have, we only had one police car back then. And we had an EMS, that was in it. We had Columbus Fire.
You'd have the mayor in a car.
The mayor in a convertible, as always. That was, somebody had their classic car or some kind of convertible, of course, and that would be like, I want to say in the lead, throwing out candy. And then you would have, there wasn't that many floats.
I wonder, does the middle school have a band?
I can't imagine they don't.
They did
Football-
not call it band, they called it orchestra.
There's-
In middle school, and then they call it band in high school.
So at the games, you're close enough to the field.
Yeah.
Are there any instruments playing it for that?
They are not in middle school yet. I'm almost like, thank God.
Just wondering if we could have some type of marching band of some kind.
We could get Westville South as our territory, or in our district, or how they draw the lines,
Yeah. Of course, it is summertime. I'm not sure how easy it is to get a marching band during the summer, but
That is difficult.
we can ask.
I need to talk
Yeah,
to
I
Scotty.
heard.
Scotty might remember him and Chris.
I'm just trying to think what else you have. Usually, we could have like veterans marching,
We did have veterans, of course.
Boy Scouts, Girl
We definitely had
Scouts.
that, yep.
What about, I'm trying to think like, almost, I want to call it a color guard, but that's not really what I mean. When you have, like the different armed forces and they're holding the flags.
Yeah.
like a VFW or AMVETS or something like
Right.
that.
Well, and also the different services.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It's not called color guard. They're guard, there's some guard, right? Or,
Honor guard kind of thing, or I don't know.
My mind is blank right now. We'll look it up tomorrow. 10 seconds from now, I'll be like this.
Yeah.
I'll remember it. I'm trying to think what else we had during that.
the other thing would be, like where did it start, where did it end back then?
Whenever Lake Road all the way down to West Summer Road. I usually always start up there and went that way. It was very quick. You know, usually people would kind of, actually even, most people would just hang right in here.
Right.
You know, like,
Right.
and you kind of, I want to say sometimes, even one year, you just kind of came right out of here and just went down that way and that was it. People didn't go really parading around the whole entire neighborhood, you would think, but they didn't.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the route. What route would it go that would involve the bulk of the neighborhood but not impede traffic?
Don't
I mean, could it start at the playground and go to the pool, or?
I would almost want to say, they might have even started right around the corner coming this way. Because I remember being right over here, and then they started playing music and coming around the corner. I don't think they did it all the way up to Winter Lake Road.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't do it very far, as I recall. Because we had the golf course right there, and they might even, I'm pretty sure they went past the golf course and went to the school and turned around to Hawthorne. If my memory serves me correct. Because that would have been a loop.
Mm-hmm. All right, well,
And most people nowadays, I hate to say it, they don't go to the Westerville or the Columbus one because it's bigger and they have the resources. And not too many people here are into building floats. Like in the late 70s, early 80s, that was like not a hard thing to do. I think that skill level nowadays is like, not to say it can't be done. I don't think people have the time.
It is a lot more difficult now. I mean, you know, there's two income, like people need two jobs to own a house, and
Yeah, most
people
different days.
work, we work more for, you know,
Yeah.
more people work for more hours. It definitely would be a challenge.
I mean, I think the float thing is kind of the sticker, right? Stickler?
Yeah.
Because the
We
rest
just-
of it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Police,
yeah,
the
yeah.
mayor,
Yeah.
Veterans, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, stuff like that is easy.
But to get a float and design it or pay for it, and you know, of course, we could tow with a zero turn or something crazy, you know, like the gator or whatever we have and yank it down the street or somebody's car. But
Like MPCA could do one,
oh, that's true.
and then the village could do one.
You could take like an old car that didn't have I don't know what they did, like a frame with wheels on it.
Yeah,
They literally made this in their like front driveways.
yeah. No, I think if you look at most parades like this, they're pretty simple, you know? It's a lot of streamers and things like that you can pick up at the party store.
We can make, people have trailers, they can make like little trailers and tell them what your tractor.
Yeah, well, okay. All right, well, I just wanted to
Just a thought, yeah.
I just wanted to get opinions. We can figure out some details here, so. Okay,
Also, Damon's Barbecue used to come too once in a while at the pool for the corn roast in later years. They added to it.
they would cook the food or something?
In later years, before the corn roast, kind of like in the 2000s, maybe late 90s,
Uh-huh.
they had Damon's ribs come and they would basically just have somebody who caters to doing outdoor ribs that shows up on the spot.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Well, I'll see if
Remember
there's,
Damon's?
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember Damon's. Not here, but back in my hometown, there used to be a Damon's Grill.
This is before food trucks were ever a thing. They had like a mobile cart.
yeah. Okay.
I can't think of anything.
Anything else that we want to talk about tonight?
I think that sums it up.
Okay.
It sounds like, I mean, I really like the plan, I really like hammering out the pool.
Yep,
We're on
Policy.
schedule to advertise for December, for trying to sell people membership around Christmas time.
January 1st, yeah.
January 1st.
Yeah, yep. Again, I just need to finalize if we're gonna switch vendors for the software that we use, so, that would be the only thing.
I'd like to be present, like, I know I showed up last time, so yeah, just don't build the day around me, but I'd love to have a shot.
Yeah,
see
okay.
it.
All right,
I
yeah,
just want to say this one last thing about the software.
yeah,
Even if it did cost us, we went with the most expensive one, I'm just saying hypothetically, if it saves all
Right.
this office work and then
Right.
it behooves everyone, I think, hell yeah, we should do that. Heck
Yeah.
yeah, we should do that.
no, I agree. I think we're gonna spend the money some way, so.
Do it that way.
Yeah,
Make it easier on everyone as possible.
Right.
And it's a trial thing for this year. If it backfires, then we know,
Right.
but I don't think it will. That's all.
all right, cool. All right, move to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
All right, thank you guys.